Hello and welcome to Round 4 Flicks. In this video, we'll discuss some of the best as well as lesser-known sci-fi movies that are entertaining but that you might not have watched before. These 10 movies on our list were chosen more for their enjoyment value and must-see appeal than for their box office success. They are worth seeing for any sci-fi enthusiast, even though they might not be the best in every aspect. Therefore, as this suggestion attempts to offer some fresh, lesser-known sci-fi films, don't expect any popular films. Let's now begin the video. Number 10. VESPER. Christina Buozeit and Bruno Samper are the directors of this sci-fi adventure film from 2022. The movie is set in a future where the planet's ecology has collapsed, leaving survivors in isolated societies while wealthy people live in seclusion in an exclusive society called citadels. The main story revolves around a teenager named Vesper, who must struggle to survive with her crippled father. However, everything begins to change when a mysterious Citadel ship crashes near her home and she meets Camellia, a woman with strange and secret information, which forces her to utilize all of her biohacking knowledge to fight for a chance at better survival. Although the story and vibe of the film will sometimes remind you of another sci-fi movie called Prospect, what really sets it apart isn't the newness of its concepts but rather the distinctiveness of how they are presented. It is an excellent film for anyone who enjoys deep and complicated sci-fi storylines. However, sci-fi action fans may not be interested in its analytical storyline. Number 9. Knowing. Alex Proyas is the director of this sci-fi thriller film from 2009. The story revolves around a teacher named John Kessler, who discovers a series of numbers in a time capsule that predict disasters in the distant past and into the future. He sets out on a mission to prevent the final disaster following this discovery. But upon further investigation of the task, he discovers that the equations hide a terrifying revelation about the future of humanity. The story moves forward as John tries to prevent the impending disaster by seeking the help of the sinister writer's daughter. Nicolas Cage had a great performance, despite the film's complicated concept and poor execution of its supernatural elements. Overall, the film features stunning visuals and a compelling concept that defies logic. Basically, you have to agree with some aspects of the story while enjoying it, no matter what it is. The story offers a perceptive view of the meaning of life, along with just the right amount of suspense and unusual adventure. Number 8. Palm Springs. Max Barbakow is the director of this sci-fi romantic comedy film from 2020. The story revolves around two wedding party guests named Niles and Sarah, who become trapped in a temporal loop and have to repeat the same day again and again. Niles and Sarah become friends after saving Sarah from a horrific incident, and Sarah becomes attracted to Niles because of his eccentric attitude, but their spontaneous attraction is ruined by a strange intervention. However, Sarah and Niles begin to cause mayhem during the wedding reception and build a unique friendship that is threatened by shocking revelations. Although the story is captivating, well-written, and excellent at combining humorous moments with serious explorations of relationships and life in general, don't expect a scientific explanation for the intellectual time loop story because it doesn't offer one. It develops the time loop genre by highlighting the trapped circumstances as an interpersonally shared experience that provides both strong relationships and heartbreaking splits. Overall, it's a humorous comedy film with hilarious scenes and a fresh perspective on the time loop concept. Number 7. Kill Command. Stephen Gomez is the director of this sci-fi action film from 2016. The story takes place in the distant future, when an army of highly trained soldiers is brought to a secluded base of operations to inspect the latest batch of defensive robots. They soon discover that their robotic coworkers are more dangerous and powerful than they were expecting while executing their tasks, which forces them to fight for their lives against the exact same robots they were intended to be overseeing. Actually, it's AI gone crazy once again, but there's something about this topic that makes the basic story enjoyable even though it heavily depends on standard sci-fi and action tropes. The movie is a great choice if you're looking for an action-packed, visually stunning sci-fi adventure movie. The film's action sequences with their representation of modern technology and special effects are its main draws, but its lack of newness for fans of serious science fiction featuring advanced military combat is a drawback. The story offers a captivating blend of themes pertaining to futuristic warfare and man versus machine concepts. Number 6. The Invisible Man. Lee Whannell is the director of this sci-fi horror film from 2020. The story centers on Cecilia, who thinks her dead scientist ex-boyfriend Adrian is stalking her. She tries to convince people of the dangers she confronts while searching for proof that she is the target of an invisible monster. But when the police don't believe her, she decides to take matters into her own hands and strike back. If you are a true movie enthusiast, you have undoubtedly seen or heard of this movie, which received excellent reviews when it first came out. However, you should watch this movie from the beginning since it has the perfect combination of suspense, anxiety, and the constant dread of being watched. The film's strongest aspect is how expertly it blends dread and social criticism, which makes it a compelling and perfectly entertaining work of science fiction. Overall, this amazing movie offers a unique perspective on a well-known psychological distress, supported by a science fiction element and an enormous emotional range. Number 5. The Darkest Minds. Jennifer Nelson is the director of this dystopian sci-fi film from 2018. The movie takes place in a dystopian future where a worldwide pandemic has killed most young people, and those who have survived have acquired unique abilities. The main story revolves around a group of teenagers who suddenly acquire incredible abilities while being jailed and classified as dangerous by the authorities. After being mistreated by individuals in positions of leadership, Ruby, one of the most powerful teenagers, escapes from prison and organizes a group of fugitives seeking protection. This new group makes an effort to fight back and take back their position in society by using their combined abilities. However, while trying something fresh with its story, the film stuck to outdated dystopian cliches and failed to fully utilize the book's material, even though the action sequences and special effects were fantastic for enthusiasts of the genre. It's a fantastic post-apocalyptic teen superhero movie that combines science fiction themes with entertaining teen drama to create a thrilling cinematic experience. Number 4. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Dan Trachtenberg is the director of this sci-fi horror thriller film from 2016. The story centers on Michelle, a young lady who wakes up in a hidden bunker after being in a car accident. She is informed by two gentlemen named Howard and Emmett that there has been an unidentified attack that has poisoned the natural world, and that staying indoors is the only way to survive because of the terrible tragedy that has made the outside environment dangerous. However, Michelle is forced to flee for her life from Howard's controlling personality, where she tries to discover the truth about the outside world. The film provides a compelling story that leaves audiences wondering what the true reason is behind the ongoing occurrences. The small bunker's atmosphere of tension and restricted space worked brilliantly to create suspense and mystery. Overall, it's a brilliantly created thriller that is exciting and has a creepy sci-fi puzzle that keeps the mind wondering till the very end. It's a thrilling and enjoyable sci-fi movie that is definitely worth seeing. Number 3. Paul. Greg Mottola is the director of this sci-fi comedy film from 2011. The story revolves around two comic book enthusiasts named Graham Willie and Clive Gollings, who discover Paul the alien in a neighboring Area 51. The film portrayed their adventures as they help Paul find his way back to his home world while escaping intelligence officers. However, the film is sci-fi in all of its aspects, features a unique and compelling alien escape story, and is packed with cunning references to sci-fi books and movies. The movie's clever and frequently sharp comedy are its strongest features, along with the bond between its main characters. Although the alien form isn't quite unique due to its low budget, it's still enjoyable to watch since it does a great job of successfully combining humor with sci-fi themes, so it will be a great movie for you if you enjoy humor and science fiction. Number 2. The Space Between Us. Peter Chelsom is the director of this romantic sci-fi film from 2017. The story revolves around a boy named Gardner Elliott, who becomes the first individual to be born on Mars while on a space mission. As he grows up on Mars, he makes an online friend named Tulsa from Earth. Later, when he has the chance to return to Earth, he embarks on a mission to find his father and experience life on his home planet for the first time, but to his happiness, he learns a startling truth that calls into question his existence on Earth. The film is an enjoyable story of human connections and relationships set against the backdrop of space exploration, yet it is formulaic and lacking in scientific truthfulness. The film's main drawback is that it focuses more on the romantic aspect than the science fiction aspect of Mars. But the movie can appeal to people who enjoy science fiction and space-related topics in their love dramas. Number 1. Encounter. Michael Pearce is the director of this sci-fi thriller film from 2021. The story revolves around an ex-military guy named Malik, who prepares himself and his two boys for a global journey because he believes that an alien invasion is approaching. They set off on a bizarre journey that takes them down more dangerous paths, where the boys will have to set aside their immature behaviors in order to protect themselves from an unimaginable danger. The movie's premise is somewhat explained by the twist in Malik's ideas and how he discovered the threat. The concept of the story is entertaining, and it has a compelling atmosphere, but some science fiction fans may disagree with the conclusion. It is recommended to watch since it offers a unique viewpoint on the alien invasion theme. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to view future videos about suggested movies and television shows.